All right, so we are at day 50. 50. I didn't think we would get here, but we are here. Has it been easy? It has not been easy. Have we struggled and are still struggling? We are still struggling. So essentially, the way that our schedule works is that I try to plan 5 days of school a week for her, and we are staying on schedule to do school. Now, she does not apply herself to school, so it doesn't take her long. She tries to rush through things. We have to do a lot of discussing and convincing. She's a high level of resistance to any kind of activity that requires effort. But we're just going to keep at it. So I don't know how much we're keeping up with school. I think in math we are behind, even though we're doing it every day. She is needing extra support and extra work on that. But essentially what I do is I give her a list of my expectations for the day, and a lot of them are repeat. So cursive, she can grab a page of cursive and do that on her own. She is not yet forming cursive on her own, but she's finding cursive words. We're using the Sylladot Cursive. It's a free curriculum you can print, and I do like it actually. And I didn't realize how helpful. They have several pages where you sort of highlight or you look for the words that are cursive. And that actually is really helpful. And she read some cursive the other day, sort of didn't even realize she was doing it. So I do think that's useful. And she can form the letters when she can trace them. But we haven't quite made that leap into forming her own letters. So that's always on the list for her to do. 5 days a week, handwriting practice. Also, most days I include a spelling worksheet. That is the 180 days of spelling. I don't use all 5 worksheets, so we'll get through that curriculum a little bit quicker. And I have taken 1 or 2 breaks where I felt like, okay, we're really getting into a much harder words. And I don't test her spelling, which she asked me about the other day. Should she have her spelling tested? And I think the spelling words in the level 4 180 days are probably hard to test her in if we're not practicing that. So I'm trying to figure out how I might do spelling. Though I really think, I'm not sure that kids will need to know how to spell. I don't know yet how I feel about it, or if I need to concentrate on it now, because I do think that most of them will be using word processors. So usually there's a spelling, so I just give her a list. There's always math. Sometimes she does it on her own. Sometimes she talks to her dad about it if I'm not here. And I try to throw in either science or social studies. So we're reading the Virginia Mysteries for social studies. That's still going on. And we have officially stopped Bookshark Election Lapbook. We're not going to finish it. We're not having fun doing it. We're actually probably not retaining much. So we're going to stop, and we're going to pick up, maybe even wait until spring to pick up states. Though I do have several things ordered to start that, and I'm excited about it. I'm not sure if I'm going to start it yet. I may wait till the spring. Science has turned into really a hit. So this is the Sassafras Science series. This is book 2, Anatomy. You can listen to these. She loves Zoology, which is the first one. Less enthusiastic about the second one, but she likes the story, so we're getting through this. This is actually designed to be a whole semester, so I'm not forcing it or pushing it. She loves the Zoology. She hasn't quite finished the Lapbook for that, but I'm not pushing her through it. I'm letting her listen to it over and over again if that's what she wants. And we're doing the animal study, and I do think some of that is getting in. And we're also listening to this, and then I'll do more pushing to get her to do the anatomy piece in the spring, but I don't think this will take the entire year to do both of those. Then the question will become, do I want to go ahead to number 3 in the summer or just wait and pick it up in the fall. It depends on how good the story is. She may not let us stop. She may want to keep on with the story, so we'll see what happens there. And then just to show you, we're using primary mathematics. And again, we are at 50 days. This is how much we've done concerning. This is supposed to be half a year. I happen to know that most of public school is already in, I'm trying not to stress, is already in long division or fractions, and that's like this much further. So this will take us all year and then some. So my goal will now be to make progress, to take our time, to keep working, to keep practicing, to keep reviewing, and have the goal to finish it in a year, because we're planning to homeschool year round. So math will just always stay with us, even when it's a break. So we might take a break from science over Christmas, might take a break from social studies, spelling, cursive over Christmas, but math will be with us every day, forever and ever. Pleasantly surprised about Michael Clay Thompson. I really thought I was failing. I thought, wow, we are just not getting through it very quickly. And then I sort of went through the home instructor's schedule, and we are not behind. We're right on schedule. This is a very good curriculum. She can tell you the parts of speech, parts of sentence. She can do prepositional phrases, clauses. We do love Schoolhouse Rock, so we're supporting it with that. But she is at week 10, and we are right on schedule at week 10. We have finished Grammar Island, and we've already started building language. We're about a third of the way through this. And if you know anything about Michael Clay Thompson, it is a curriculum that kind of layers. It has like all these different parts and pieces and books, so it can get a little overwhelming. So when we continue into next week, I kind of said, let's take a breather. Let's do building language and practice island this week, because then next week we start sentence island, which is more writing, and we start reading. Could get interesting, folks, because you know how she likes to read out loud. Not at all, but we're going to do what we can do. So I give her a list. I try to hit cursive most days, math every day, and even then some if she do math in the days that we're not doing school, we'll do it. Language arts every day, not always Michael Clay Thompson's. Sometimes it's just spelling, but when I can be here, because I like to do that with her, so about 3 days a week we do Michael Clay Thompson, and the other 2 days a week she does spelling, and then she loves that test prep book, which we're just still working through. I think we'll finish it before the end of the year, and that's fine with me. Science, and then social studies. She doesn't have much PE or health yet. I'm hoping the anatomy will cross over a little with health. So here we are, day 50. It's rough, but we're getting through it.